Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Maxandjuancast. Max, how you doing tonight, my brother?
I'm here, one. I'm ready to talk about a very, very exciting Super Bowl for me personally. But it is a Super Bowl. As much as we want to go to Disneyland and go ride Small Small World for fucking 8 hours straight, we're gonna watch the game. I'm watching for the commercials. That's my shit this year. I'm a commercial boy.
Commercial boy.
Yeah,
Um,
CB.
Welcome everybody to Super Bowl 58 Pick'ems, the last Pick'ems of the year. Me and Max coming off a little mini bye week for ourselves. Felt kind of good, refreshed the brain, refreshed the show a little bit. But I'm happy to be back. I hope you guys are. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below, all that good stuff. Give us your predictions. Tell us who's going to win the Super Bowl for you guys. I know we got a couple of 49er fans that watch the podcast, so I know who they're going with. But
Yeah, it's always cool to have like LGBTQ plus representation on the pod, and we got it with those guys. We're all about that shit over here. You know who you are. Is it Robert? Is that one of them?
oh, don't do my
Yo,
boy like
Robert,
that,
I appreciate
man.
Joey. I got you, dog. I support you, dog. I'm here. No, it's great. No, it's great. Like, it's cool to have people like that in your lives. It's like Juan's a Raider fan. We got like a fucking ex-con. Like, that's sick. I'm an Eagle fan.
uh,
I'm suicidal all the time. Like, it's cool, bro.
might
Dak,
have.
Dak's just like an alcoholic who just keeps buying into this shit. You know what I mean? He's just like I know this ain't good for me.
That's how
Like,
it is, bro. That's how it is.
yeah, like go crawl back into a fucking bottle after like week 10 when you blow out the fucking I don't know, the Commanders 48-0. Like just go fucking find a bottle to crawl in. Jason's
Oh,
a Falcon fan. That's just like you're fucking into BDSM, like tie you up and fucking kill
I
you
mean,
with like
honestly,
sex.
he likes abuse. That's, I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
he likes
fuck yeah,
abuse. I think we all like a little
yeah,
abuse being,
oh yeah,
being fans. But
yeah,
uh,
for sure.
look, this is it. Super Bowl 58 preview.
Clip
Um,
that, by the way.
yeah,
We just
Chiefs,
like
Chiefs and 49ers. Media week has been going crazy. I'm kind of annoyed with media week.
does it seem as big as back? I don't think it's as big. I don't
No, it's
know.
big. No, it's big because they have the
It
whole
doesn't.
crowd. They have crowds there, Max.
No, I know, but like, do you feel like maybe I'm just out of touch because I don't watch TV that much anymore? Like, I'm always like watching stuff, like reading stuff on my laptop. I felt like when I was a kid, maybe because also you had to watch TV to get the news. I guess back in the day, like
Yeah.
like the first media day I remember was the Seahawks and Pittsburgh media day. Don't know why
Right.
that's the one that sticks out to me. I mean, the Marshawn Lynch one's like the most legendary. Like where they were like, "Is he gonna fucking talk?" It's like
Yeah.
500 grand, but Travis Kelsey, you invented fades, bro. Like sick. I love it.
Look, I
It's
think
not
it's definitely bigger now. I've been seeing a couple clips, and the way that they have it now is they let fans into the stadium now that they're doing like these. They're not even interviews. They're more like they look like pep valley. I can't even say the fucking word.
pep
Uh,
rally.
prep.
Well, you got
Yeah.
like random people. Like, you got like busting with the boys, and like I know they like do podcasts, but like Will Compton's trolling and shit. Like everyone's like, it's just like a fucking circus.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, it was just like media.
Did
That's
you
it.
see
Like,
my boy Guillermo give
oh yeah.
the bean dip? He gave like a fucking 10-layer bean dip to I think it was Chase Young. That shit was wild, bro.
Did you hear the thing that they're saying like he might not play? And I'm like, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fucking. You
bullshit.
see, Kadarius Tone, he was just like, yeah, I'm a dog when I get the ball. I
Jeez.
love it.
Yeah.
Media day is a joke.
Yeah, I really the only thing that I seen from Media Day is that number one, it's gonna be a 49er crowd, obviously. Every like all the cheers are going for the Niners and all the boos are going for the Chiefs. Um Look, I want to do a couple stuff. We're obviously gonna do the preview for it or whatever. Um I wanted to have a little game with you. I didn't tell you a heads up because I wanted to keep it a surprise. Let's
Gang,
do a back-to-back, what would you call that? Snake draft on the top 10 guys from each team. And who are you going to draft?
Wow. Okay.
Let's just see how stacked
Can I
up
get
these
first
teams
pick?
are. Sure, why not? You're a fucking
Let me get
Eagles
Brock
fan.
Purdy. He's the best fucking guy out there. Let me get him. No. What? No, I bet he won't even make it. No, Mahomes, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that was a
Max got Mahomes.
gimme.
Number 2, I'm gonna
I
shock you
bet they're
right here.
Niners.
I'm gonna go Christian McCaffrey.
Don't. There's no coaches, right? We can't do coaches.
No coaches.
It's just
no
players.
coaches. Yeah.
All right. So now you go again, no?
Yeah, I'll go again. I'm gonna go Christian McCaffrey, and then I'm gonna go. You're not gonna be a dickhead, right? And pick like Brock Purdy and leave me without a quarterback. Like
No. I'll go Kelsey.
No, stop.
No. I won't make a mockery of this.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go McCaffrey, and then I'm gonna go Chris Jones.
Okay. I'm just gonna write that down real quick. Chris Jones. Well, I'll just take Nick Bosa to start, and I'll just think about who this other guy is. I'll go Travis Kelce.
So you got Mahomes, Kelsey, and Bosa.
And Nick Bosa.
Jeez.
Are we going to count at the end, like, how many of each we picked?
Yeah.
Like, how many? Okay.
I got Ayuk
Mm-hmm.
and Fred Warner.
Oh, wow. Okay. Fred. I'm going to go Trent.
Nice. That's a good pick.
Trent. Debo. I mean, no.
How many players are we at?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I'll tell you, it's between Debo and Kittle right now. Like, I don't want to fuck you, but I would be like, damn, it'd be like kind of crazy. But like, for the sake of it, I won't do Kittle. Let me get Travarius Ward. Actually, get Travarius Ward
over L'Jarius Sneed.
No, I'm gonna go Sneed. I think Ward's pretty fucking good. Like
Ward is pretty good, but I don't know.
I mean, low key, he's like half and half pick right there.
So, do you want to do 10 players, or you want to keep on going top 15?
Let's just go till we get to like the drop off, and it's like let's just go till we get to Brock Purdy. Make him the last fucking pick. He's used to it.
Okay. So you went Trent and Sneed. Okay. I'm gonna go Debo and Kittle.
Yeah. Oh, it's really fucking good. Okay.
So you got McDuffie out there. You got Ward out there. Greenlaw.
Yeah. No, I'm going to go Greenlaw. And then I'm going to go McDuffie.
Damn it. That was my fucking pick. I wanted McDuffie bad. Okay, I'm going to go. I think this is where the drop-off is, honestly.
Well, let's just put Brock for 1 year, guys. Let's put Brock for you. We don't have to stop at Brock. We can go a little more.
I'll go Brock and...
I mean, I would just say the guys you're looking at. There's no one on the Chiefs offense.
Well, I'm going to go Tre'Davious Ward because he's still on there, right?
Yeah, Ward.
Yeah. Let me go Ward and Purdy then.
Okay. Let me see if there's anyone else I took Greenlaw, McDuffie.
Let's see. You got...
I mean,
Tooney,
I would Armstead,
Hargraves.
I'd go Armstead. I'm gonna go Armstead. This is where it gets tough. Probably. Hey, I'm not in love with any of the Chiefs. Like, I like their linebackers. I'm not in love with any of them.
Do I interest you with a little bit of Rashee Rice?
I think Pacheco. No, it'd be Pacheco. I would take him.
Okay.
I think that's it though. That's where like you cut it.
Okay, yeah, that's the drop off. If I had another pick,
So
it would be Rasheed Rice.
okay, so I'll tell you how many players like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 6, 8, 10, 17. Of those 17, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Chiefs, 10 Niners.
Damn. Yeah.
I mean, I don't get this whole concept of like people talk like there's all this talk around like the Niners are a better team. There's a reason they're favored. They have a better team.
You
Like
know what I found so funny
it,
before you go on that
yeah,
tangent?
no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
On Twitter or some hype video that I see from the 49ers that said keep on doubting us, and somebody had a comment was like, "Bro, you guys have been favored in every game this year. Nobody doubts you."
Literally, I would say the only player on their team who's been doubted is Brock Purdy. And I
But
would
they've been
say
favored, Max. They've been favored to
I
win
agree. I
every
agree
single game
wholeheartedly. But
this
I'm
year.
just saying the national media, and I'm going to say me myself, I don't think Brock Purdy's played to the level of like quarterback. And you, like, I think he's played pretty crappy. Like, I know people are going to be like, oh, he threw 300 fucking yards. Well, he keeps putting the ball in harm's way. And I know people are going to say, you just look at it the hateful way. He made a couple big plays. Against Green Bay, he had that one throw. And I think Detroit, he had another big throw. But I don't look at what he does and I'm like, wow, the way you're playing quarterback makes you really tough to beat. I'm like, you're just gonna throw the game away. You're gonna throw the fucking game away if they fucking can't. Like, if it's not perfect, it's danger. It really is. I don't give a fuck about his scramble and stuff. I think the Chiefs are gonna have a play for that. I think the one thing you have to treat him like, he's a mobile quarterback. You don't have to treat him like one. He is one. Like that's when he's actually like at his best when he gets out of the pocket. But like, and when I say out of the pocket, I don't mean like you let him run. Like when he looks to run, like when he
Right.
wants to throw on the run, I'm like, fucking do it, please. Play into our
He has
hands.
a good sense because he doesn't get around the edge. He has a good sense when the pocket
No, he'll find those
collapses,
holes.
and he'll find the
Yeah,
hole up the middle.
yeah, because he's not like some great athlete. He's a good athlete. Like he's not like he's not a statue back there. Like he's
Yeah.
more athletic than probably Baker
He
Mayfield. Like
he
right now.
has that just good feel for the pocket. There's a lot of guys in the league that have a lot better athleticism than Brock Purdy, but don't run. Why? Because they don't have a good feel for the pocket. Like I'll give you one good example, and people can disagree all they want, but this is what I see on film. Trey Lance, one of the best athletes I think coming out of the draft that we have seen. He was a great athlete. The guy didn't have a sense of where to run in the pocket. He did not have a good sense of awareness, when to go
No.
down, when to go out of bounds, when do I run through a guy, when do I run past the guy. There's just that feel that you have as a runner. And on the flip side of this, who has one of the best feels of being a runner is Jalen Hurts. I feel like he has one of the best feels that I've
Yeah,
seen.
I don't really feel like I saw it this year with the knee. I'll say that. Like it seemed like it was kind of stunted, and people kind of he looked to run a little too much, but that's regardless of the point. So the difference to me between these two quarterbacks, like just scrambling, Mahomes will have somebody like bearing down on him, and he just like I'll just run away from like the linebacker. Like I'll just run away. Like you can't catch me. Like Brock Purdy, he does a good job, but like what Mahomes does is ridiculous. Like it's strictly ridiculous. Like how the fuck are like the Bills linebackers can't get him? How can Tennessee let him run for 25 yards in the AFC Championship game? Like that's the shit. And again, when he starts running, and I bet it plays a little bit into this, you're deathly afraid of him throwing because that arm is so freaking like on point. And like he's got his work cut out. Like I don't know if you want to transition to the preview aspect of it.
Yeah.
I like the game. Do you have any other shit you want to do before?
No, I just wanted to start it off with that because I think it's a great transition just to say like how much more talented the Niners are than the Chiefs. I think if Patrick Mahomes doesn't play in this game, I mean, it's easy slate for the Niners to win. So that's
Yeah.
that's what makes this matchup interesting. And I think that's why they're obviously favored, the 49ers because of all the talent that they have. Let's get into the preview. Um, did you want to get into the game preview or maybe we'll save like the legacy stuff, like who would win and who would lose, who would this affect after. Let's just get into the
Yeah,
preview first.
yeah. Let's go X's and O's first. So
Okay.
my first little thing, it's Shanahan versus Spagnuolo. I think the Chiefs defense is playing much better than the Niners. Say what you want about the Niners, Ben Johnson. They never figured out how to stop Detroit. They were getting pushed the fuck around in the run game, getting dotted in the pass game. They made a cup. They really didn't make any plays. They just had some drops. Some untimely things happened for the Lions. But what about the Packers one? Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love tore them up. So
you have people like
what's
trying to
that
figure out
like?
how do I play
That's
with this?
I'm
Whereas,
just saying that because
like
the Chiefs
SGA,
defense
can fit in
held
that.
Josh Allen in check.
I don't know
Held
if
Lamar
it's sustainable.
pretty fucking like crazy how good they
It's
held
the
him.
reason why
And I
you
know
can't
that was a
count him
fumble
out.
at
I
the
think
goal
it's
line.
like
Whatever.
650 or 7-1.
It's the way
24. Hope you
Spagnuolo
enjoyed
calls
it. Don't
plays.
forget,
And
me and Marcelo,
like, do you take the
we're gonna be
Bucs Super
going
Bowl where they got destroyed? But
whenever
that to
we're
me
on
was
call
just like
for
the defense
Thursday.
wasn't the problem. It was like, bro, you can't do anything on offense. Like, you're getting destroyed. You're having a horrible game. So I like the matchup for Spagnuolo. You have to contain McCaffrey. Like, you can't let him go fucking crazy. Like, yeah, this is what you're going to do. This is my game plan. Hey, Snead, you got to take away Ayuk. Take away Ayuk. Don't let them throw over the fucking middle. And one thing about the Chiefs defense, they tackle. It's not like the Lions who are just like, oh, okay. And there's nobody on the Chiefs defense other than Chris Jones and Snead, to me, one that's like, wow, oh my God, that guy's so good. Maybe McDuffie too. Maybe those three. But there's no one I'm like, that's a liability. They're rock solid everywhere. There's no one I'm like, shit. Like that. Like, I know Kittle's better than our linebackers, but I'm not like, wow, they're just outclassed the linebackers. Like Derek Barnes and Jack Campbell. Like, no, that's a match. Like, the secondary's not overmatched, the D line's not overmatched, and the scheme itself is really freaking good. So I don't know if you want to follow up or say I'm wrong in anything. I'm curious to know your thoughts just about the Niners offense versus the Chiefs defense.
Look,
he's on a one-year deal, and he could have left to make more money in Sacramento. But they had Malik Monk,
very good because
one of the best six men in the league.
Man 2023,
Westbrook and Schroeder left.
I feel like when it comes to
2027 first to Utah,
and the Niners,
top 4 protected
they're gonna kill
because
that
of that trade they
like
made that got
Debo,
them Russell and
Debo
Vanderbilt
is built
and
to beat the zone.
and Malik Beasley, who they didn't fucking play.
Like,
I'm gonna
find
make
the
this
fucking
happen.
little
And
honey
instead,
hole.
it's just hourglass
Let me break a
emoji
fucking
shit.
tackle.
And,
go for fucking 10
then you wonder
yards.
why guys don't play
That's
that
the
well.
bread and butter. To me, they're gonna stand a chance when going man defense. I don't think Debo's gonna have a big game. I don't. I think the guy that's gonna propel them to a victory is gonna be Brandon Ayuk. He's the better route runner. I think he's low key. I mean, this might be a hot take, but I think he's kind of the better receiver than Debo all around. I feel like the Niners are gonna struggle if it winds up being in passing type of game. Like if they're like, oh shit, we're down 4. Like that shit that happened with the Lions. I'm sorry, that's not gonna fucking happen with the Chiefs. You give them a fucking lead, I think it's a wrap. Like the Niners team is not built to come from behind. I don't care. Like they did it with the Packers, they did it with the Lions. I think those, when it comes to this Kansas City Chiefs defense, this is a whole different fucking animal. It's night and day compared with these defenses. So, Christian McCaffrey, he has to be able to run the ball. Of course, if they get that going, it's going to be easy. Like, they're going to win the game probably.
But McCaffrey the Chiefs won. They stood tall against Baltimore. They matched up. They were like, you know what?
But a little bit of that, though, Max, looking back at it, I think the Ravens did psych themselves out because they weren't even running the fucking ball, Max. Like, they ran, 6 carries to fucking running backs?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they didn't really get tested.
Correct. If I'm Kansas City, I take the ball first. I try to go down there and score immediately. The one thing about what I've seen from the Niners offense, they've not been firing on all cylinders. I don't even think they played that well against the Lions. I think they made some timely plays. They had a short field touchdown. They kind of had some momentum because they just kept, the Lions were just fucking bleeding point. Like, there, at no point did I think the Lions defense was going to hold them the way they did. I was like, wow, the Lions defense is kicking their ass. I would have never thought that. The one X factor to me is Chris Jones. I have seen the right guard and right tackle for the Niners suck.
Yeah.
They need to get like Trent Williams. You can go line me up out there. That's how fucking good. Like it's not happening. You're not going to get nobody off him. You have to be able to get some just pressure with 4 against Purdy. You get pressure on Purdy, it's night because they show these fucking stats that he's the best quarterback versus the blitz and pressure. Every game where he's gotten pressure, he's almost thrown a fucking pick or a pick in the playoffs. So, that being said, I need Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, all those other rushers. They need to get pressure in passing situations. You can't let whoever the right guard is, Buford or whatever the fuck his name is, and the right tackle, McKivitz, whatever, slow you down. Yeah. Like, they're going to bring some timely blitzes. We know that. And they need to get home with those. But other than that, like, you have to win with some pressure. Yeah. Like, you can't just fucking die 1,000 cuts.
And we've seen it. We've seen it the last 2 games, Max. They start off so slow. Like, it takes a while for McCaffrey to get going. And it just can't happen this game. It cannot happen this game. I feel like if I'm Shanahan,
played, it's in a different realm. This defense is completely better than the other 2 they've played.
Yeah. And if I'm Shanahan, I'm kind of starting off with play action. If I'm going to start off with anything, I think if you get them in play action, maybe because Kansas City, they're thinking the same thing as us. Stop McCaffrey. That's where the fucking head of the fucking dragon is. It's McCaffrey to me. And if you stop him, you stop the 49ers. So maybe they go fucking gun-ho for fucking McCaffrey. And it's like, you know what? Play action. Ayuk down the middle, 15. Debo, George Kittle, whatever.
I think the way the Lions had some packages and some, like, I like some of the game plan stuff for the Lions. But the problem with their game plan was they just couldn't execute with the coverage downfield. Like, the Chiefs' coverage is on a different realm.
The Niners did them some favors, though, because the Niners psyched themselves out. They did the whole kind of what Detroit did on offense, where it's like, hey, we're the best fucking running team in the league. We're going to just smash mouth you, you know? And the Niners took that same approach. They were like, let's run the ball with McCaffrey. I don't give a fuck what the personnel is. We're going to go 12 fucking personnel, and we're going to run it down your throat. And Detroit was like, go ahead, motherfuckers. We got base defense out here. We'll beat you guys at this game all fucking day. Then finally, towards the second half, Detroit stayed in that base defense, and they started passing it down the middle. Play action to Ayuk, to George Kittle. So if I'm the Chiefs, don't get caught up into that early in the fucking game, because the Niners might see that fucking coming and be like, okay, if they're in base defense, play action. We can't run the fucking ball. Let's play action these motherfuckers, and let's get down the field like that. It's going to be interesting with the Niners offense against the Chiefs defense. Anything else on that side of the ball? And maybe we can transition to Chiefs offense.
I would love to transition. You can take the lead on this one. I'm curious to hear what you're going to say.
Look, you watch back that fucking film on the 49ers,
would you think about,
it's bad on
Would defense. You think about making a Bridges run?
It's bad. The rushing lanes
would you
are all
think
over
about
the
making
place.
A run at Bridges so you
Chase
have a core
Young,
of Mitchell.
Not giving effort on certain plays.
I got to be honest. I was
Nick
worried
Bosa,
about all the off-court stuff with him. I didn't like it.
He had a great
nervous.
fourth quarter
him in
last
Charlotte,
game, but
two-way guy
has really
guy
not have been like
shot,
the big old superstar.
He's going to be good right away.
And to me,
well, he was right. Because Brandon Miller's really good.
I smell
if
trouble.
If you can get that to like 37-38%,
if Pacheco can get going,
who might score 27,
and
20
Mahomes
points a game,
make a play here and there,
16,
I have confidence
that
out of the Chiefs can hold up on defense and kind of play the same game as they did in Baltimore.
It'd be nice if he played
where it's like,
he's
okay,
missed 15 games. I'm not even sure why. He's played like 35
come out guns blazing in the first quarter.
Let's
score. Let's do our thing, and let's just manage this game. And we have no problem with Mahomes throwing under 300 yards, being a game manager, running the ball. We can do that. They've shown throughout these fucking playoffs. I don't even think Mahomes has had a 300-yard game these playoffs, Max.
No,
he's been a game manager.
No. I mean, they have to lean into that if they're going to win this game. The run defense, and I know it was Detroit, but you know what? Green Bay isn't that great of it. Like, you look at their O-line, you're not like, wow, look at those fucking road graders. They pushed the Niners around. And I think having Mahomes, it's already kind of built in to like you have to be worried about him, and it kind of lets you run the ball. And I think that's what they're going to do. I think they need to establish the fucking run. I know, Andy Reid, you fucking hate it. I watched it for like 20 years in Philly, but establish the fucking run.
Push those soft I gotta give him credit.
Tackles. No, yeah, he has. He has for sure. Against Baltimore, they were like, we're gonna run.
And Miami, the whole playoffs, I feel like.
Yeah, 100%. And you can say, oh, it was just bad weather games, blah blah blah, whatever. They are a run team. If they can get the run game going, and I would bet they will be. And you know what? If they want to stack the box, Mahomes will just beat you that way. Like you can't. Like,
don't blitz Mahomes. First of all, you blitz Mahomes, you lose.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely. Like you leave those guys one-on-one, don't make a play.
Yeah.
So I don't like what the Niners' run defense has been. It's like simply the D tackles, and I like Hargrave. He's not a great run stopper. Kinlaw's just push him around no matter what you do. They can, bro. If they didn't have Fred Warner and Drake Greenlaw, they would give up so many more fucking yards. Those guys make ridiculous plays to stop the run,
bro. They're out there fucking sideline to fucking sideline, bro. They save a lot of shit for the Niners, especially throughout these fucking playoffs. An X factor that we can talk about on that side of the ball for the Chiefs offense, I feel like it's MVS. I feel like if the Niners go man, which they don't like doing, they did it in the second half against Detroit, and that kind of helped them out because their zone defense was getting fucking torched. Because I do think it's going to get torched again if they run it against Patrick Mahomes. I feel like MVS is that guy that can take the top off the fucking defense, bro. And I can see him having some big fucking plays in this one.
I think so, too. I mean, look, Kelsey's going to get his. You know, you keep him under 50 or 70 yards, you're happy. Just like Kittle's probably going to get his few plays a game. But you can't let Kelsey get 15 catches for 200 yards or something like that. You just can't do it. Kansas City can't win a shootout. That's not the way they're built. They have to win a tough-nosed game, like 24-20, 27-24. If it's like Detroit where it's like, yo, it's going to be 35. If both teams score over 30, the Chiefs are probably going to lose the game. I would bet. I'm a betting man. I would bet that.
Look, from my score, I'm predicting a defensive touchdown from the Chiefs. That's another thing I forgot to mention on Purdy's side. Purdy has gotten extremely lucky with getting pick sixes fucking dropped in these playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
The Chiefs, I think they're going to make them pay. They got some playmakers, Justin Reed, Trent McDuffie, L'Jarius Sneed. I think one of those guys are going to make a big fucking play, and they're going to return it to the house. Shit, we seen it last year with fucking Nick Bolton. Taking a shit to the fucking house almost.
We haven't even talked about Justin Reed is such an underset name in that defense. He's so fucking good. Like he's just the glue guy. He makes all those plays. Look, going back to the offensive stuff. Like, how worried are you of the Niners pass rush? Joe Thuney probably won't play in this game, but to be honest, I'm not as worried about it as like Tampa, where you're not missing both your starting tackles. Look, they'll get some pressure on Mahomes with 4. That's just the name of the game with Bosa, Chase Young. But I don't really view it like they're just going to be sent. Like, it's not going to be like the Giants versus the Patriots to me. I just don't see that. And I think once they establish that run game, you're going to slow that pass rush down. And I think they will establish it. They're smart now. I think Andy Reid's learned from that Super Bowl. Like, I know the Eagles want to say the fucking turf last year. We got no pressure.
It's crazy to think, Max. I feel like I was saying it early in the fucking year, but this Chiefs team, more than ever, it reminds me of Patriot teams where it's like, hey, we have the superstar quarterback. You know, we used to be dynamic, but it's like, let's go ahead and flow with the water. Go with the fucking motions. It's like, today, we have to be a running team. Let's run the ball. Today, Mahomes got to do a little bit more. Let's do a little bit more. Hey, now we're a fucking defensive team. Let's play through that. And I feel like who has done that better than the fucking Patriots during their dynasty?
No one.
That's who they are. Yeah. And it's fucking crazy to fucking think that a couple years later, the fucking Chiefs are a mere fucking image of the New England Patriots. And I feel like that's what has got them to the Super Bowl. They have, like, honestly, bro, they have no business being here. If you look at their fucking road, taking off the fucking Dolphins, I'll give them that one. But playing Baltimore, bro, playing the
Baltimore
Bills,
especially,
like, dude, and getting away with those, it's like it's something is special about them.
Yeah, and to be honest, Baltimore was I know they made it close at the end. They were in control of the game. Like there was never really. It was always seemed like Baltimore had to overcome them. It wasn't like, damn, the Chiefs, they need a miracle. They need a miracle. That being said, Juan, I know you want to do the legacy stuff. Do you want to give the score now or after the legacy stuff?
No, we can give the score.
I'm rolling with the Chiefs. Chief Nation, whatever you want to call it.
There's only one nation. Only one nation.
Chief Kingdom.
There you go.
Chief Kingdom, whatever it is. I'm not a part of the game. I'm picking the Chiefs 27-24. Close game.
I got 31-23. I'm rolling with the fucking Chiefs as well. It pains me. This is for betting purposes. This is for MJC purposes. I'm not going to be rooting for them. I'm really not. It pains me to root for fucking either of these teams. But if I'm a betting man, which I am, I'm rolling with the Chiefs. And I see a defensive touchdown. I feel like Mahomes is going to be a little bit too much. And I feel like Purdy's going to make a mistake. And you know what? If this is the time to shut me and Max up for at least the Super Bowl, Brock Purdy have a fucking amazing game, go ahead and do it.
Let me just go on the record. Even if they win the Super Bowl, if he doesn't play amazing, I won't give him fucking credit. Because you don't get credit for doing your damn job and being talked about like an MVP candidate. You do your job, you get credit, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
But you don't get to play like a fucking game manager and get MVP votes from me. That's just the way I fucking roll. I don't let a fucking team sport reward the quarterback. I'm not like that. I'm not going fucking... If Patrick Mahomes 200 yards and they give him the MVP, I'll be the first to say. I think I was the first to say about Tom Brady. I'm like, why the fuck did he win MVP for that Super Bowl? What did he... The defense. Give it to the fucking defense. That was ridiculous what they did to Patrick Mahomes. It ain't about being a Brady hater. It's just the fact that this is what it took.
Yeah.
Like, hey... Defense matters. The O-line matters. All this shit matters. So, Brock Purdy, you win a Super Bowl, you're a Super Bowl winning MVP, you still ain't that fucking good. I'm sorry. That just shows how good the fucking team got there with Jimmy G and almost went back with Jimmy G. Just so you know, everyone, Niner fans, you guys were good long before this guy got there. So stop giving him all the fucking credit. That being said, I don't understand why they hate on me.
As it pains me to agree with Max a lot. Credit Max. If you guys are longtime listeners of the show, like back in the day where we didn't even have video podcasts, it was just audio. Max has always been a true believer in that, not giving the quarterback so much fucking credit. And I promise you that I know that he's so much of like a Niner hater, and that's true. Like, we both hate the Niners. We do. Yeah, we do.
Because of Joey.
But please believe him when he says this shit about Brock Purdy. Not all of it is coming from Niner hate. It really is the philosophy that he goes by, and he does stay true to it. Like, since the beginning of time, he's always been like that.
Hey, Niner fans, what's your fucking excuse for all those drop pick sixes that he threw? That he's thrown in these playoffs? What is it? Tell me. What's the Darnell Savage excuse? What is it? Oh, bro, there is no excuse. It was a bad throw. So fucking own it. Just like he made some good plays. I can admit that. He made a couple good plays, but overall, he hasn't played well. He hasn't outdueled any quarterback he's played. Yet he's won. He's won twice. So what's the fucking excuse? What am I missing? Tell me. How the fuck am I wrong when this guy hasn't outdueled Goff, Love, and he's 2-0. And I'm fucking a hater because I don't believe he's that fucking good, because your team is, I guess when I say he's not that good, it defeats me saying your team is amazing.
Right.
I guess that's what it is. Legacy stuff, Kyle Shanahan needs this one just to get there real quick.
Is he at the top of the list?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a hater. He's one of the best coaches ever. And you know what? not maybe ever is a stretch, but he's one of the best coaches in today's NFL. And guess what? Even if he don't fucking win, he'll still be one of the fucking best coaches. I'm sorry. The Super Bowl doesn't all of a sudden be like, oh shit, now he's good. No, it's really hard to win in this fucking league. I was talking to Dak about this. Remember when Andy Reid sucked? Remember when he sucked? Remember when he sucked until he won his first one? We talk about this with Marvin Lewis. I know he never won a playoff game. He took a team that was just a fucking joke and made them relevant for 10 years, basically. Kyle Shanahan has taken a team that was literally a fucking joke. I know most United fans weren't fans back then because that's how y'all are. Yeah, you don't remember the Jimmy Tomsula shit. I know you don't remember because y'all not real fans like that. All a bunch of New Jerseys. But since he's got there, minus the Jimmy G injury year where he had to play with C.J. Beathard, he's made y'all a fucking contender every year. Not like a kind of contender. No, like NFC Championship games. Hey, he's the Andy Reid of modern times. He can't win the big one. Truthfully, it doesn't change how I feel about him. It'll make me think like, okay, he can finally take care of it in the big moment. That's the only thing missing from him. I know he's a good coach. I know he made a mistake in Atlanta, maybe passing that ball, whatever. But like at the end of the day, Kyle Shanahan's an offensive genius. Any team would be lucky to have him. Legacy-wise, he needs it for the legacy.
Yeah. Well, no one look like everyone says. Once you win it, nobody really remembers how you won it, how it was done. Everyone just remembers you got a ring. You won. And so with Shanahan, it doesn't matter how you do it. Doesn't matter who you do it with or against. It's like once you win one, you're good. Because in football terms, bro, a Super Bowl is like, what, Max? We always love to say this, like 2.5 championships in basketball. Like
correct. Winning a Super Bowl allows you as a coach, Doug Peterson, prime example, to be pretty crappy as a coach for the next couple of years and no one fucking question you. Yeah. Literally. Like, by the way, Kyle Shanahan's such a good coach now. No one gives him shit. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Like, I don't feel like people bring up the fact that he's never won a big game. Like, he's never won, like, the big games, whatever. No one talks about that. Yeah. That's how good of a coach he is. So, winning that Super Bowl, all it's going to do is put to bed all these stupid questions. Like, can Kyle Shanahan win a big game? Well, he won the NFC Championship game twice. That's pretty big. Yeah. So, I guess that week after, he's like, fuck, what do I do?
And look, as much as it pains me, the person to gain the most out of all of this, I know he's not going to gain much from us, but, you know, the media is going to go crazy. It is Brock Purdy. He has the most to gain as far as legacy goes. You know, undrafted guy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But
last pick in the draft. Don't sell him short.
Oh, yeah, last pick in the draft. There you go. Sold him short. We talked about Brock Purdy, but I did want to mention him as far as most legacy to be earned.
To me, it don't really do much for McCaffrey. Like, in today's world, all we care about, like, we know how good he is. Winning a Super Bowl doesn't make him the best running back in football. No. It don't do shit for the defense. We already know how. Like, we already know Fred Warner's going to the Hall of Fame.
Maybe there's an argument here. Maybe Mahomes has more to gain in this Super Bowl win.
Well, I think he's already on a trajectory for the GOAT, like, status. Like, he's in the GOAT conversation. Like,
but what would his Super Bowl record be? So he'll be what, 2-2?
3-1. He'll be 2-2. If he loses, 2-2. Yeah, correct. But again, I don't know I guess football's not like basketball. You don't get in trouble. You just get credit for making Super Bowls. You never get in trouble for losing them unless you're the fucking Bills.
Yeah. Dude, if he wins
because last year the Chiefs weren't the better team. They weren't the better team last year. They literally beat the Eagles, but they weren't the better team. Like, talent-wise, the Eagles were better. Yeah. Like, they played a flawless game though, so.
And then this run's going to be flawless. It's going to be the best
run. Let me ask you. Oh yeah. I guess after this run, if he wins this, there's no questions. There's literally nothing. One on the road, one at home, one with the shitty offense,
and
one with a bad defense. Like,
and
that's just
it goes like this. He wins this. You know what? Probably regardless, if you want to look at it like this, but I think it just brings it to a whole nother level if they win. For the next, I would say 3 years, they earn the respect of it doesn't matter. As long as we have 15, we have a chance to win the Super Bowl. Until further
I feel
notice.
like they already have that. I feel like
this year it snuck up on them, though. It snuck up as far as hey, the Chiefs.
Maybe to the average fan, but to me and you, it's like you got 15, you got a shot like that. I mean, I feel like you got 15, you got Josh Allen, you got Lamar, you have a shot to win.
Was it Patriot level though this year? I don't think so. I think the next 3 years is going to be Patriot level. That feeling
in
of
the
like
Patriot was it? But during the Patriot run, when you were a kid, did you feel like because they had Brady? I guess so, because I guess when Brady got hurt for the year, like it's just I don't know, man. I feel like they have a chance. Like, dude, they're a dynasty. Like, I don't give a fuck if they lose this. They're a dynasty. Like, they have the level of dominance they've had since he got there. Like, what they've reached an AFC championship every year he started. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I will say this: does Andy Reid move up a level in the all-time coach ranks?
I think he's the best coach of all time if he wins this. I think he's better than Bill Belichick.
I'm just gonna say it. There's certainly a discussion.
I think he is. Look, if you want to count Super Bowls, go ahead. I get it, but I feel like Andy Reid is just—he's a better coach. He did it with 2 teams. I know he didn't win with the Eagles, but fuck, like, he did it. He was there. He made playoff runs. He made Super Bowl runs. What the fuck did Bill Belichick do with another team? Get fired? Fucking quit on the Jets? Come on.
Never took the job, but yeah.
Quit on the Jets?
I would say this. Andy Reid, I've always had bias towards him because, I loved him as a head coach for the Eagles for so many years. But, even when the first time they won Super Bowl, he was like, I fucking hate this. He was like, I'm happy for Andy Reid because Juan's been a long time Andy Reid supporter. I know it pains you that he's in your division because he kicks your ass every year, but I know you like him. Yeah. Like, I know you'd root for him. Like, if he went to an NFC game, you'd be like, fucking love Andy Reid. Like, I would root for that guy.
I just never understood the Andy Reid hate. It was just like,
dude, because this is isn't it funny how do you feel like Kyle Shanahan, who's had a similar trajectory with the losses in big games as Andy Reid, gets the hate Andy Reid got during those years where he was losing? No, you don't. I don't think he does at all.
Yeah.
Am I wrong, or do you feel the same way?
No. You're right. That's how I feel.
And what's the excuse that he had fucking Jimmy G? You traded for him. That's your fucking boy. Yeah. Like, I mean, I will say this for the one thing Kyle Shanahan, and again, they're gonna say I'm wrong, but he's had a horrible run of picking quarterbacks for the Niners. Trey Lance. I know they won the Super Bowl. I guess that pick was great. I guess it set you on the fucking road there. Great job, guys. But no, I mean, Niners side, it's Purdy and Shanahan. Again, I mean, it's really legacy now is just quarterbacks because, what's the legacy of Chris Jones if he wins another one? Like, oh, he's better than Aaron Donald? No, he's not.
One more guy as far as legacy goes, that's kind of under the radar.
Kadarius Toney, too?
No,
yeah, wow.
Definitely not. Steve Spagnuolo.
He has a case for one of the best defensive. I mean, Giants.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these are two.
I mean, his defense really showed up last year in the Super Bowl for all 35 points the Eagles scored. But no, I mean, I think he's one of those guys, man. Like, he's just a DC. You can't hire him. He's Fangio.
Do you think he ever gets another shot though?
I don't think he wants it. Right? Like, bro, you never even hear his fucking name. They're just like,
Maybe a guy that comes to mind that kind of on the lesser scale because he kind of did have somewhat decent head coaching career. Kind of like a Wade Phillips, a guy that just turned the defense after and was amazing with that. Vic Fangio, guy like that.
What was his record? Like, I'm trying to think.
The Cowboys,
I don't think
it was pretty decent.
No, I'm thinking Spagnuolo. I don't think he was
It was bad. No, it was bad with the Rams.
Yeah, 1-15. Well, okay, so this is where you have to take some context, right? 1-15 to start with the Rams.
Bradford got hurt, right? Was Bradford on the team?
Then they get Bradford. They went 7-9. Right. Then he got hurt, and they went 2-14.
Yeah.
And then he got fired.
Then he got fired.
See, that's where context kind of matters because, like, those teams weren't. Oh, no, Bradford didn't get hurt that. Well, he did get hurt. He only played. Yeah, they were just bad. But, I mean, 11-41 record. Bang.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's pretty bad. Hey, dude, Hugh Jackson can bounce back from fucking 0-16 or 1-15. Anyone can.
But Spagnuolo, a little bit of, one of the best coordinators, if not the best coordinator of all time.
Well, let me ask you this. We didn't ask this. How bad does Shanahan's legacy get hurt if he loses this game?
I think it does start to crawl in your head. It does.
Right now, what's the worst legacy? The worst case for the Niners is they lose and Brock Purdy plays like dog shit. Because if that happens, I will be so happy because I'll be vindicated. But everyone, the whole questions will start again. Can this fucking guy do it?
I'm telling you right now, yes, regardless, the loss is going to be bad, okay? You lose a Super Bowl, it's bad because you don't know when you're going to get back there. Look at the Eagles, okay? Prime example. I think the worst case scenario, though, for the 49ers organization is for Brock Purdy to have an amazing game and still lose. Because you know what's going to come next is that contract.
50 mil.
That contract is going to come next. That's the worst case scenario if you're a Niner fan. You do not want an amazing game by Purdy. And I know in the moment you're going to be like, oh, Purdy, man, fucking 4 touchdowns. Let's fucking go. Like, we're going to be there next year. We got this next year. Let's pump the brakes now. You're going to have to be paying this guy a lot more money. So that means, hey, maybe Trent Williams retires. Oh, shit. Now we got to pay Ayuk. Oh, shit. George Kittle wants an extension. Oh, shit. McCaffrey wants an extension. Like, everyone wants to get paid. Yeah, everyone wants to get paid. And that quarterback, man, if that's what's been, blessing him, is he's making the fucking last fucking pick in the draft money.
And like $400,000 a year. Like,
yeah.
Hey.
And he has that amazing game. It's Herbert money. We talked about this last
week. Did we? Oh, yeah, he's better than Herbert. Yeah, for sure. Big game. Yeah. I don't know if we had a podcast when I said after the Niners lost their Super Bowl, I said the first one to the Chiefs, and I said if I was the Niners, I would strongly consider just cutting Jimmy G, saving all that money, and just picking a rookie quarterback. Yeah. And Joey at the time was like, "You're a fucking idiot." Then they trade DeForest Buckner, got Kinlaw, which is not even close. Hurt their team, hurt the fucking team. Next year they move all the picks for Trey Lance just so they can be like, hey, we got all this money again. It's the most valuable thing in the NFL, rookie quarterback, rookie salary. Yeah. Especially if you get one not in the first round, because those fucking years, you're like, guess what the Texans have 4 more years of or 3 more years of at least before the 5th-year option. Fucking extra money. They went to the playoffs and they have $70 fucking million. You can go sign 3 big free agents. So they had $70 million this year. What if CJ Stroud was making $50? They have $20 million to spend. That's one good player.
Yeah,
maybe 2.
And it's not a case where you can argue a guy like Burrow, a guy like Mahomes. Josh Allen has done it. Where these guys are so.
Except the media wants to make it that fucking case. They keep fucking jerking this fucking guy off.
No, but here's the thing, though, Max. Here's the thing that's funny about that is like Mahomes and Allen and Burrow even. Those guys make so much money that it's like, hey, we'll push back the money. We'll give you a contract extension so we can free up some money this year. But they're comfortable with that. It's like, okay, Mahomes, 10 more years. Great. Sign another extension. With Purdy, you can't do that. You can't move the money. What, you're going to really bet on Purdy for 5 years? 6? 7?
He got hurt again. He gets hit a lot. He's a small guy. I have no reason to think he's going to be some super healthy guy. Like Josh Allen, he's 6'5", 240. Burrow, he's been pretty healthy other than the torn ACL. And this year, he's started like 3 foot. And he's gotten his shit punched in for 3 years, and he didn't miss shit.
Yeah.
Mahomes, constantly healthy, except for sneaks.
Just don't run quarterback sneaks, Mahomes. All right. Anything else on the game, Max? And then these last 10 minutes, I kind of wanted to talk about some coaching. Anything else on the Super Bowl?
Oh, I'm good. I am completely good. Okay.
So since the last time we talked, we got the 2 spots filled up. Number 1, the Washington Commanders have hired
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn, sorry. Defensive
and
coordinator.
Seattle hired Mike McDonald, defense coordinator from Baltimore.
Right.
I have a bad feeling about Washington.
So
I think you're fucked.
So this is what happened with Washington. I think this is the bigger news inside of it, which is always going to come back, is Ben Johnson decided to stay in Detroit for unfinished business because that was the guy. That was the guy they wanted to hire.
Yeah, but they were like, Ben Johnson wanted too much fucking money.
Bullshit.
Really? You think? That just seems like he spurned you. Let's throw some shots at him. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, that's bullshit. They wanted him. They didn't care how much money it was.
Yeah, if you want the guy what's he unless he's asking for $50 million a fucking year, you say, oh, sure, whatever, who cares? Hey, what teams? The Raiders are paying 2 fucking head coaches.
Yeah,
they don't care.
Yeah, and just to, kind of go back on your idea here, Ben Johnson threw shots right back. There was reports saying that he felt uneasy about the Washington Commanders' ownership. He got a bad feeling from them. So this is always going to live where it's like, okay, Ben Johnson, Dan Quinn. So they go with Dan Quinn, who's bringing in Cliff fucking Kingsbury, which is another fucking tandem that I kind of want to talk about. But he's hiring Cliff Kingsbury, a great offense coordinator, in my opinion. I don't know about head coach.
You're fucking crazy.
You think so?
Go ahead.
You don't like
the offense in Arizona so fucking good? You were like, wow.
I thought so. No, I think a lot of the problems had to do. I think a lot of the problems had to do with Kyler as far as being a leader. I think their offense was fine.
That's who you hitched your fucking wagon to. Then I disagree wholeheartedly. I think their offense was good. Never like a fucking McVay or Shanahan offense. Never.
Yeah.
Never that.
That's on a different level.
That's who you're hiring. That's what you're trying to get. Like, you're trying to get the next guy. He's never been as good as Ben Johnson. Never good as Shane Steichen. That's just what it is. I want to throw in the Eagles stuff later, just the 2 coordinators. I want to get your opinion. But yeah, I don't like this marriage at all. Dan Quinn's defense got shredded. Like, what he is. He's like, let's run Seattle. Let's fucking do it. Look, he's definitely not a disaster as a coach. I will say that. Like, hey, Atlanta definitely didn't suck with him. They went to a Super Bowl, went to the playoffs twice. He's not a bum. I just think, he has a ceiling. It's like, you're not going to get you're not going to get it done. Like, you'll look credible for sure. If that's your goal, to look credible. Yeah. But you're not knocking on the door.
And I think they're going to trade up. I think they're going to trade up. Max.
Oh, they have to. Yeah, they're going for a quarterback. They're
going for Caleb.
Same shit with Carolina. Yeah, take him. I hope they get him. The Bears. I hope you get a fucking king's ransom.
I think the fact that when the Raiders hired Cliff, right, and I think Cliff Kingsbury got a little heads up from Washington at the last minute and said, "Okay, we'll give you a little bit more money and we'll ensure you that we're going to be aggressive." And we're going to get Caleb Williams. We will get a shot at him. We will do whatever it takes. And I think that's why Cliff Kingsbury went to Washington, because he was like, fuck it, I'll work with Caleb. With the Raiders, it was kind of in the air. It was like, we can trade for him, but it's not for sure. We're going to for sure be aggressive, but we can't promise you Caleb
Williams.
Williams.
I'm sure he knew Antonio Pierce probably like Jalen Daniels or Jaden Daniels
exactly.
More.
There was a possibility.
You got to think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I don't really like the situation with Washington, because I feel like they're making a big mistake as far as not giving Sam Howell a chance. I feel like there's something there. I feel like there's something there.
I don't.
I do. I like
more
Sam
gung ho. I will say this: I give him a little bit of a pass just for dealing with that fucking trash.
Most sacked quarterback in the league. It's
correct. Also threw the most picks, but that's. He also, but I know, he's not a He's not like a bum. He's solid. He can play in the NFL, but can he play at that level? I don't know. I don't know about that. And he's got 2 more years up. I mean, if you're Washington,
I think
I'd go after a franchise guy.
we're always saying though with Washington, they have a good roster. They have Dotson, they have McLaurin, like their defense is fine. Like they have 2 great defensive
The
linemen.
defense needs help though. The defense needs help though. I mean, they need a lot. I think they're further away than we think.
That's why you got the number 2 pick or 3 pick, whatever the fuck they are. Get a fucking stud at defense, dude. Get the fucking end from UCLA.
What do you think about Seattle's hire? I mean, I think that's
I
good.
like it. I like it. I was kind of, I was kind of shocked at like where they were gonna go, but hey, Mike McDonald, bro. I mean, the Baltimore's defense was fucking unreal.
And I think Seattle has a lot more talent on that side of the ball than it would show. Like the way their defense play doesn't like show how much good players are on that shit. Like
and I think
some really good D-line pieces. You got really good corners. Like you got to figure shit out. Like it's scheme. Like you got to figure the scheme out.
I think the biggest thing the biggest thing that Seattle looked at, Max, was Mike McDonald. He was working with Jadeveon Clowney and Matabuke, guys who were coming up as free agents this year. Like I know Buke had a great year.
Yeah,
he had a great year, but let's be honest, this wasn't a thing like a year ago or ever.
Like I don't. Yeah, if you ask me again, do you think Justin Matabuke will make All Pro? Go no, I'd bet against it.
Right,
pretty strongly.
Yeah,
but yeah, like there's a lot of pieces on that defense that are just like Devin Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen. Their safeties are solid. Like they got a lot of pieces they got a lot of pieces that are just kind of like, yo, we kind of get the right guy in here. That defense could turn. Like if you told me I would say I wouldn't be surprised if they won the division next year. Like that's how much confidence I have in that roster and another year of just good pieces around it. Like and Jigba's going to be better. Like bro, DK Metcalf is going to have 1 year I believe where he's the best receiver in football stat wise. Like he's that fucking talented. Yeah. It's just a question of what about the scheme? Like they run this weird ass scheme. It's like Seattle kind of has an identity crisis on offense. Like, do we run? Do we pass? What the fuck do we do?
Yeah,
and it sucks. It kind of just sucks for them.
And it's gonna be weird though. It's gonna be weird in that building. Pete's been there for so long.
A legend.
Yeah. So
he made Seattle, and I'm sure we said this, a place. Like he made them like
he's the face of Seattle.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big turnaround. So we'll see how they do. The offense still needs some work. Who knows what they're going to do with Geno, and all that. But I like Mike McDonald as a defensive guy. I have confidence that defense they're going to bring back like a little bit of the LOB style. Like they're going to be something to
fear.
Really, something to fear on that fucking field next year, bro. As far as on the defensive end. Okay, so what did you think about the whole... I
just want to know what you thought of... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
With the whole Raiders situation. So you did not like Cliff. Did you like the Luke Getsy hire?
Like don't like him either.
I don't know why. I don't know why, Max. Why do people hate Eric Bieniemy? Why?
Oh, yeah.
I don't get it. I would love to meet the guy.
McCoy.
I would love to meet the guy and is he that bad? Because to me, it was a no-brainer. Like, to me, even before the Cliff Kingsbury thing, if I was AP, let's hire Eric Bieniemy. He's a great fucking offensive guy.
Again, I don't think Getsy's bad on Cliff's bad, but they're not something. Like, I would be shocked if you guys had a special offense. Like, I just don't see it with those two guys. Like, with the Bears, didn't see it. Didn't see it with Arizona with Cliff. I was just like, wow, okay, that's... Well, way to get like a fucking name like Shane Waldron. Like, yeah, wow. Jim Bob Cooter. Exciting. Yeah. Like, who the fuck wants you, bro? Like, no offense. Like if the Raiders could have got Bobby Slowick, I'd be like, that's interesting. Something like that. You guys just got your run of the mill OC. Like, why don't you go fucking hire ROC, Brian Johnson? Why don't you do him?
I know
he's great.
I know that Chicago didn't have no running backs this year, but that's what scares me is that Luke Getsy, he's not the best run play guy that I've seen. Like, I want us to run the fucking ball, and that's what scares me is it's I don't know. The Lugetzi, I'm kind of fucking hot and cold. I want it Bieniemy. I don't understand why Bieniemy is still a fucking free agent.
So here, before we go to the Eagles stuff, how does Brian Johnson get more fucking job offers than Eric Bieniemy?
I don't fucking know, bro. Bieniemy must be a fucking asshole to some players, bro.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, he must have fucked someone's wife or something.
Yeah, dude. I don't fucking.
Or he's doing coke and we didn't know about it. So.
And I'm completely shocked now that we're on coaches that didn't get jobs. Mike Vrabel, Bill Belichick, and Pete Carroll all jobless.
Mike Vrabel, apparently his physical stature scares.
That is the most stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. I can't believe that.
I love hearing that. Like, fuck that organization. Fuck them. Like, dude, what do you think? Come on.
You were really intimidated by the motherfucker. Come on, dude.
I mean, I low-key would be as a big dude, but, like, I wouldn't scare him from hiring him. Like, what's he going to do, beat me up? Okay, go to jail. Have fun in jail, bro. Like, fucking, like, come on, dude. This is a joke. That teams aren't serious, I guess. I don't know. Like, I can get the Bill Belichick. You don't want like him to just like take over. But Vrabel, even Pete, get the fuck.
Or even Pete. Yeah. Like Pete's
Vrabel,
old too.
Though, come on, bro. Vrabel's a hell of a coach. Like, bro, you've never heard a player say a bad thing about Vrabel. You know, like that's a joke. One, I want to know what you thought about the Eagles hires. We hired
Vic Fangio,
DC offense. Fuck, I'm trying to blank. Kellen Moore.
There
that's an interesting one. I love the.
You're not a big fan of Kellen Moore. You're not.
No, I was like, I mean, I will know this. We definitely won't get quarterback draw on 3rd and 15 10 times a game. So that's a.
Is the tush push staying alive with Kellen?
Oh yeah, that's a Sirianni thing. That's not a fucking Kellen Moore thing. That's not any Steichen thing. No, I mean, I would give it like a B for Moore and an A plus for Fangio. Like
Well, from what I heard, Fangio's a Philadelphia guy. He's from Philly. He wanted to go to the Eagles last year, but it didn't happen. Didn't work out.
Yeah, great fucking choice we made.
So as soon as the Philly job opened, a lot of inside guys in the NFL said Fangio's going to Philly. It's not even a question. I love the hire. I like the Kellen Moore hire. I've always been a fan of Kellen Moore with Dallas and even with the Chargers. I thought at times they did some things. I think it was just a thing of like Eckler being old and Herbert getting hurt. But I thought, look at Keenan Allen. He had one of the best fucking years of his career, so I can easily see A.J. Brown having a great year. So I'm excited for the Eagles as far as their hires. We'll see what they do as far as rebuilding that team. It's crazy to say that they are in a rebuilding mode because they have a lot of old players who they need to replace, like the Fletcher Cox and the Jason Kelce's.
No, everyone on the defensive backfield. That's the word you're looking for.
Yeah, Darius Slayton.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah. No, fucking everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Okay, anything else on coaching? Super Bowl.
That's it. I'm excited for the Super Bowl, man. I'm excited. I mean, I know I'm not, but I am. Like, it's football. It's the biggest game of the year. Like, it's going to be a great game. Yeah.
We shall see. It's going to be hell for me. I'm just hoping for good plays. I'm going to try my best to put myself in a just fan mindset. Be entertained, Juan. Don't hate every fucking play.
You know you are. I probably am. Yeah. We will trick ourselves like real quick.
I will probably turn off the TV immediately when the clock hits 0.
Oh yeah. I don't want to hear shit. Like, I just want to see Andy Reid eat a cheeseburger, and then I'm going to shut it off.
All right, man. Well, that's going to do it for MJC Sports, man. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bro. It helps out a bunch. Hit that like button. Comment down below whatever thoughts, opinions that you guys have. Who do you guys think is going to win Super Bowl 58? All right. Congratulations, Max. I waited until 1 hour and 4 minutes, and we're barely bringing up Taylor Swift. All right, we didn't bring her up.
Oh yeah, I was hoping not to bring her. Yeah,
there you go. That's a real motherfucking podcast.
Her legacy's on the fucking line, guys.
Not once.
I'm just letting you know.
Have you seen on a side note? Have you seen all the theories about the number 13? That shit reminds me of you. That's some shit.
Eras Tour 2024. Look out, coming to a theater
Super Bowl 58. 5 + 8. That's 13.
What does 13 have to do with hers?
So her album name is 13. She has this old interview where she's like 13 is a special number. She sat in the 13th row in the Grammys or whatever. She I don't fucking know, bro. Like a bunch of 13.
She got 13 back shots from fucking Kelsey in the game.
This is her 13th game attending for Kelsey. It takes 13 hours to get from Japan to Vegas.
Go fuck yourself. All right. On that note, we're out. Fuck Taylor Swift.
All right, y'all. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the game. We'll see you guys probably Sunday night or Monday morning. All right. Peace.